Hello everyone, I'm just down at the greenhouse at the moment on this lovely, cool but sunny evening, and I'm down here just to construct the new carrot box. I've managed to reclaim some pieces of wood in the form of an old worktop, so I've cut that up to size 2x3. That's what size I'm going to have the carrot box. It's going to fit in there. I've dug and weeded that over. It's probably going to go more across here actually, a bit more, because the slabs narrow up a bit there, so that area is going to be where it is. I've just made a bit of a start to get myself going. Drilled a few pilot holes in there, and then I'm going to screw the worktop to these timbers here. They're about what, 3x1s, 3x2s, something like that, and they're just over a metre, because I want to sink them into ground 6 inches just to make sure it's nice and secure. So I'll get a couple of these made up and then I'll get back to you shortly. So here's the first bit of it now. It's not set in properly, so I'm just giving you an idea of what it's like. It does look a bit tall, but it does need to go down about 6 inches at least, so that'll soon be down to about waist height. That's the size I really want. So it's going to be, what, 2 to 3 inches high. 2 to 3 foot high. It's 2 foot wide by about 3 foot long. So it'll give me ample space for the carrots to go in, which will be nice. If I can get about 25 like I did in the last one, I'll be very, very happy. So that'll be nice if that occurs. So what I'll do is I'll carry on doing the bits and pieces, screwing them all together, and then I'll show you when I've got everything sorted and the final article. Right, so everything's finished then, barring the sand. So I've just sunk this down a bit into the greenhouse bed, and what I've done here is I've got some of the old spent compost bags. Well, I've had composting. These white ones acquired, they're like sheep feed bags, and basically what it is just to keep it a bit insulated, but also to stop the sand from possibly seeping out of the sides and the edges, you know, the bits in between. So hopefully this should do the trick. So it's just left for me doing the sand now, putting everything in, getting it all topped up, levelled off, and then settling down ready for planting early April. Right then, so I've had a bit of a mad half hour. I've got a few barrelfuls of sand, topped this bed up a bit, but it still needs to come up probably to about 1 inch just off the top of the rim. But as you can see, as I'm coming up, I'm just pressing this against the side just so no sand slips down the back, and actually just keep it nice and insulated, and hopefully keep the sand in, because there's a couple of bit of gaps, but hopefully no problems this year. So what I'm going to get on with now, I'm going to go down to the bottom there. I'm just going to prepare my shallot bed and get everything dug over, get it fertilised, and I can begin planting the shallots towards the end of the month. I usually plant like the onions and the shallots towards the end of March, so with us having a couple of decent weeks now of weather, I think you know, it's about right. I do start getting these things planted out. I don't want to get too far behind with things. Not that it is too early, or I am actually late, sorry, but I do like to get things such as potatoes and shallots, onions planted like end of March, early April, and then I can just leave them and leave nature to take over, really, look after them. As long as I prepare everything right, everything should just come out nicely. So I'll get set up and I'll get back to you shortly. So this is the area where I'm going to plant the shallots this year, just between these two string lines here. And I've got my trusty tool, which I like to use. That's a 3-pronged cultivator. It's a great tool. Gets well into the soil, about 6 inches down. So I'm just going to just lightly work it in, really, you know, just forwards and back. Just giving it a nice big over. Probably have to go over it a couple of times because this went dug over this section in autumn, so I'll just need to give it a couple of good going over with this cultivator, and then I can get fertilising, and then I'm all ready for planting. Well, cultivation complete. I will give it another going over because it is quite tough underneath, which I thought it would be anyway. So I'll give it another good going over, get a couple more of these big clumps broken up, and then I can make it a nice fine tilth before fertilising, and then I'll be able to plant at the weekend. There's an area down here which I've had the black cover underneath, and basically set this damp bit here. This is where I'm going to put the parsnips. In previous years, for the subscribers who have been watching my videos, I usually bore a hole in the ground and then fill it with my own compost mix I put together, and then sow the seeds within that station. So I will show you how I do that as I go, and also I'll plant the shallots, which hopefully, as I said, will be this weekend, and then I can start from that area where I've done up there. I can start coming all this way here, weeding all this lot. I'm going to fertilise, also give it a bit of a spring fertilise dressing for the winter brassicas what I had under here. I'm sorry I can't remember what I've put in. I think there were Savoy cabbages and spring cabbages maybe, and then a broccoli. I'm not 100%, but it'll be something along those lines. So yeah, it's a bit tatty at the moment. I've not spent too much time down here, but I am gradually getting there, slowly and surely. This area here is all where I put all the spent grow bag compost in, ready for the potatoes. Again, like I said previously, I like to plant the potatoes when I do the shallots and onions, so all being well, within the next fortnight all this bed will be nicely ridged over for the potatoes. The asparagus bed here, I've already seen little shoots of asparagus popping its head up, so I might go an early crop this year. There we go, a couple of bits there, another bit there. We are due for a bit of rain tomorrow as well, so I might just do the asparagus bed some good. This area here I've dug over, and that will be for the broad beans and the peas. I will show you what the seeds situation is in the greenhouse. It's not doing too bad actually. So a few days warmth has really brought a lot of things on, so I'll be spending a bit of time in there over the next couple of days, as well as down here. So I'll bring you some more footage very soon. So here we go then. All the carrot boxes now filled up from top to bottom. I'm just going to give it a watering over. Now the reason I'm giving it a watering over is just so that it can help the sand settle and find its own level before I then start coring the holes out and then filling them with compost. So I'm giving it a good drench, 9 litre can, all over like so. Like I say, I'll probably do this once more, just so it helps all the settling of the sand, and then that way makes it easier for coring out the holes, because all the sand hopefully will be compacted. So there we have it then. That's the carrot box filled up. I just want to show you the pretty flowers what I've been growing in the house just before I go, and also the pretty dog. So I've got my orchid here. Now this orchid was, well, it was dead and buried. Literally, it was really on its last legs, and with a bit of water and extra bit of tender care, etc. It's beautiful. Some absolute beautiful, gorgeous flowers on that. Same with the amaryllis. That's exactly the same. Lovely long stem, couple of trumpet flowers about to be in bloom, so there we go, some lovely flowers there. So that's it for the time being. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed the video. In the next episode I plan to show you all the planting that I'm doing and really have a good go this weekend, you know, get a lot of things in, a lot of footage, and show what I've been up to. Thanks again everybody, see you again soon, bye for now.